very intimidating to get up after Tom, that's for sure, after Captain Bell. Also to speak with most of you who have been in the same position most of your lives. For us neophytes, it becomes a pretty frightening experience. And there's a little story I don't want to tell you that I found out this morning as we walked in here this morning. I asked Tom what the theme of his presentation for the advisory board was going to be, and he told me what it was. And I said, Tom, that's exactly what I wanted to tell him. And he says, well, we'll tell him twice. So I'm about to tell you twice, but from a little bit different perspective. First of all, I appreciate being here in front of you today. It's just wonderful to serve respectfully as the chairman of the advisory board of the Clearwater Corps. It's a wonderful board with a wonderful mission, led by wonderful Corps officers, all serving today because of wonderful past Corps officers and staff, and also dedicated past advisory board members. Thanks very much to the past and present individuals who serve the spiritual and humanitarian needs of our local community. When asked to talk with you today, I asked myself, how can I convey the spirit of the advisory board to all of you this morning? And some of you have been Corps officers, many of you have been Corps officers. Some have been staff members, many of you have been staff members, and quite frankly, many of us here have benefited in some way from the Salvation Army program. I think the best way I can begin is through the concept of team. Team. Webster's definition of team is people working together towards a common goal. People working together towards a common goal. Being a member of the Clearwater Corps is a team commitment to the principles of the Salvation Army. Being a member of the advisory board brings with it team passion and team purpose. We have a commitment to lend individual advice, as Tom has said earlier, regarding local community needs. And we refer this information to the officers and staff of the Corps. In simple words, it is a commitment as part of the advisory board to be part of the team. Now, team is usually associated with sports, baseball, football, basketball, but the Salvation Army and team, how does that fit together? We have committees, each in its own way. The committees deal with specific issues. At the committee level, we deal with details not usually discussed at regular board meetings. What are the team committees here in Clearwater? I think, as Tom enumerated the committees, which I will shorten up, as I name the committees, all of us will begin to grasp the magnitude of the challenges with which Captains Zach and Shelley Bell share with the team and the advisory board. Our list, the Advancement Committee, which Tom has already expressed, is a dedicated committee dedicated to finding resources to fund present and future programs for the Clearwater Corps. The Community Relations Team obviously has to increase the visibility of the Salvation Army. Spread the word of the Salvation Army in Upper Pinellas County to everyone that we possibly can. And 2014 will be a very, very busy year for this committee, with many new events planned. The Finance Committee team oversees our monthly financial reports. The Nominating Committee, an extremely important facet of the Corps, is very responsible for the continued selection of board members who will be the soul of the local community. This committee assures the continuation and the common thread of qualified committee members in the future. The program committee monitors and oversees the social services program, and I have a little statistic to throw out this morning that in 2011, 2 years ago, at the Mallory Powell facility, this committee influenced help for 8,500 individuals. In 2012, 11,000 individuals, and in 2013, 17,000 individuals. That's a 100% increase. It takes a dedicated team to monitor and provide advice for a 100% increase in 2 years. And we have a property committee who takes care of all the nuts and bolts of each one of the facilities that the Clearwater Corps maintains. This headquarter building, the Tarpon Springs facility, and our Mallory Powell facility. And as you can see, these committees are teams. The committees are teams within themselves, with a committee chairman and in many cases, board members serving on at least 1, 2, sometimes 3 or more committees. And each committee in itself reports to the advisory board, and similar to a puzzle, each committee builds upon and depends upon each other. The committee team reports directly to the advisory board team, which is led by the Corps officers and staff. However, this puzzle doesn't stop at a local level. The Clearwater Corps, along with other corps, reports to territory headquarters, and that is a team in itself. Territory headquarters reports to divisional headquarters, another team, and which reports to national headquarters, another team, and most of you understand this, which eventually reports to the international headquarters, and which in the end manages all Salvation Army Corps teams. From what we have here, which could be a 5-person team with impact eventually on an international level. And again, quoting Webster, people working together for a common goal. So in wrapping up today, we are here a microcosm of the Salvation Army's worldwide mission, 126 countries, but driven by a local team comprised of many small committee teams, all eventually pointing to international headquarters. However, I want to repeat, however, let's not forget, no matter how good the officers are, no matter how good the local staff is, no matter how good the board and committee members perform, our mission has not, cannot, and will not succeed without the millions and millions of dedicated volunteers who help us all in carrying out our mission from local advisory board teams. Heartfelt thanks to the officers, the staff, the committee members, and volunteers who in the end, working as a team, may help unfortunate needy, many of whose names we'll never know. Thank you very much.